Welcome back everyone, my name's Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous, where we left off last time we killed all of the Vescivores. It was a truly painful experience. We are freeing Dresden, and then we're going to conquer it in the name of the Swarm. We're going to head out and find Hillor, and we also need to find One Eye at the Half Measure Tavern. That man just died, somehow. Not really sure how he died. Let's go down here. There's nothing over here. There's a barricade there, so nothing to do up there. This is all walled off. And you might notice that we haven't leveled up any of our people. They're definitely going to be turned into swarms soon, so I'm not too concerned about that. There's just not going to be a lot we're going to do with them.
Backwards! Backwards!
I wonder if we can go up to the ziggurat eventually here. Oh, there's just some demons. I saw these mortals first. The trophies are mine. I'm stronger. I'm taking everything. You don't like it? Try and take it off me. Or we could just take it off both of you. We have a bunch of people going first. Okay, Camelia's gonna go first.
I'll rip you apart!
Man, Arushale is doing more damage than Wendwog now.
Work! Work, you silly spell!
Come on. Oh. I was really kind of hoping to...
Burn! Slice! Behead! Yes!
Ow, that actually kind of hurt. I was really kind of hoping to get in there and do some damage, but that didn't happen. We need to heal our pet. We should maybe level up our pet. I think the pet stays with us. Abaddon, I think, will stay with us, even with the swarm thing, because it's part of our class. At least I'm hoping so anyways. Can we just do... Oh, right, we're staggered. Never mind. Chain lightning one of them. For funsies. Actually did a hell of a lot of damage.
The spirits demand your blood.
That sucked. Someone killed a Babao warrior, thank you.
May I see your entrails, please? Oh, let the attack commence.
Kneel before me.
What the heck? Why did Rigel go flying away somewhere? This has got a lot of life. Or not a lot of life, a lot of armor. Maybe we just need some good old-fashioned Hellfire Rays, or Destructions on it. Next turn, maybe. Okay, let's move up. We're not gonna be able to attack this turn.
You are today's sacrifice.
Actually, I think I might need to pause for just 1 second here.
They'll beg me to stop.
Okay, let's kill the succubus.
Die!
Man, that thing's got a ton of armor. Okay, that's fine.
This one's fine.
11 to hit with a Rigel. That's fine. Oh, we got Bull Rush. No, sorry, Camellia got Bull Rushed away. Let's get Bless going. And then we'll just grab maybe Icy Prison. We can try. Spell Resistance ended that rather abruptly, but that's fine. Let's try Umbral. Spell Resistance again.
I'll rip you apart!
Very hard to hit. Let's get a flank. Not with him, though. He's actually got the highest chance to hit, probably. I do need to pause the video for 1 sec here, though. I'm just going to pause mid-combat. I'll be right back. Alrighty, sorry about that. Just had to quickly do something, and now it's time to finish this fight. That being said, it just keeps bull rushing our people away, which is annoying, but like not the most annoying thing. It's not doing any damage, just
Go for their hearts.
kind of keeping us from doing anything.
May I see your entrails, please?
And we're just kind of killing more things.
Retreat is not an option.
Just bull rushing all the time. That's all it's doing. Well, that's kind of annoying. What the hell is that? Why is it confused or something? It is confused for another 3 turns. Interesting. Well, let's see if we can do some destructions. 41 damage is some damage, I guess. 52
Cut
damage.
you wide open.
thing's got way too much armor.
No match for me.
Why do you have so much armor, Calavicus? There we go. That's a decent hit. And then we missed every other iterative attack. I will 5-foot step this way to see if maybe
Kneel before
we
me.
can get a little more flanking going, but it doesn't seem to have helped. And bull rush again. We're gonna need to heal Caribou. In fact, let's just group heal this right now. Problem solved. Just gonna skip everyone's turn. And then attack.
Die, die!
Not a single hit. Perfect. Next round.
This one's mine.
No hits. He does have quick healing, which is kind of annoying. Basically, we don't hit him around, he heals for some damage, 20 damage or so. Alright, let's just keep casting Destruction then. He's in a bit of a cough there. Snuck up on me instantly.
The spirits
It's because I had
demand your
something with pepper.
blood.
And I have a peppercorn stuck in the back of my throat.
Beg me to
And that's just the way of the world. Sometimes you get peppercorn stuck in your throat. There we go, we hit him a pretty decent amount there. 40 damage.
Press the attack.
And then a little bit of Regil as well. Regil got bull rushed away for the first time. Hey, we knocked him down. Hit him again. And I need a drink of water. Which kind of hurts.
Out of my sight!
Oh yeah. That's a little bit better. Just ignoring Nenio.
You are today's sacrifice.
I don't want to waste any more spells on this. I think what we can do is just casually shoot him until he dies. Perfect.
I am helpful. am I
Grab
not?
some garbage loot. And we can go talk to Hillor, who I think is in here. I'm actually going to pause again for 1 sec. Man, damn peppercorn. Alright. There we go, we're good.
Save the last
There's a
one for me.
Babao and an Incubus, ×2.
May I see your entrails, please?
And then another Incubus and another Babao. What are they attacking? That was weird.
Retreat is not an option.
No match for me.
If we had Bane weapon on, we could have killed that one pretty easily. Oh, that one just about died.
Go for their hearts.
Now it's dead. Hey, our marksman actually hit something for once. We could Flame Strike. We actually have a pretty good setup for it right now. We just kind of don't hit our own group members. We can just go like this. Yeah, wasn't so bad. Don't waste any more spells.
Let the attack commence.
1 hit kill.
Kneel before me.
Another one dead. I already have my next playthrough build set up. I know exactly what I want to do, and we're going to be playing Aeon. And we're going to be playing on hard or unfair. I have a really... Okay, there's 2 really powerful builds in this game. Actually, there's probably more than that, but there's at least 2 that I know of that are really, really good. Hillor the Pathfinder salutes you. Commander, you've risen from the dead after all, not a minute too soon. I suppose that means I owe Anevia money now. Never been so happy to lose a bet in my entire life. By the way, we've got a little brawl coming up here. We could really use your help. We don't have time for that. Leave the prisoners behind and retreat. Hillor looks at you hesitantly. If you say so, Commander, but they won't be spared, as you well know. You're condemning them to death. However, I suppose the situation calls for drastic measures in every way. We'll go help. We'll go down there. What's in the dungeons, I wonder? Okay, guys. Somebody go downstairs. Thank you. I didn't save, did I? So who will be served up first at the great Orangofta's table? Hi, guys. Who's down here? We're doing the good thing, but we had to do the evil thing to do the good thing. Because we're evil. Mostly I just want to... Did that guy just haste the soldiers? He did.
The spirits demand
Well, that's kinda
your
weird.
blood. They'll beg me to stop.
That one died pretty quick.
This one's mine.
Die, die, die!
Damn, I can't get this peppercorn out of my throat. It is bugging the hell out of me. Alright, I just had to repause there for a sec. Just feels like there's like a peppercorn stuck on my uvula. It's not a good feeling.
Sacrifice. No match.
Very annoying. Anywho, I think we finally got this fight down. It's only been in combat for like 3 seconds though, so. We also need a store because we are woefully getting overburdened here. Alright, you guys are free. Everyone's all free. Everyone's good. What's the loot? Garbage. Alright, well, we successfully did this. I'm also gonna level up Abaddon. Because there is a chance we'll keep him around. I think that we will. I'm hoping we will. Why are we bouncing from light to medium encumbrance? Oh, maybe he gained some strength. No, that doesn't seem to be right. He only has 30. He only has 37 strength, which is like demigod level strength. There's a consecrated corpse. Let's go find One Eye and get him out of his tavern. We already almost cleared to it already. There's a treasure chest there. Actually, there's... Oops. Did I walk into a fight? I did.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
Right, she doesn't have Ascendant Element. Why did I think that that would work? I'm so used to everyone in my group having Ascendant Element now that I just wasn't thinking. There was some treasure back there that we missed, so we're gonna quickly go back and grab that as well. Can you charge? Nope, no line of sight.
I'll rip you apart.
Sure. Moderate damage. Also, I think I found another enemy that was maybe not part of this combat to start with. I'm gonna move you up a little bit. Now we're gonna fire. Snake. Sort of like that direction. Something died.
May I see your entrails, please?
It always feels like a waste when the first attack in a round utterly kills something.
Kneel before me. You are nothing before me.
Why is everyone stopping the combat? What? Did they just surrender? Kinda seems like they just surrendered. Oh, okay. I'm a little confused as to what just happened. I'm gonna resave. But it seems like those incubus just gave up. Which is fine, I'm not too upset about it, but it's just weird. Quick run. I don't think so. I walk at a steady medium encumbrance pace, thank you very much.
I hope you appreciate this.
I hope we get a store before we have to do a fight. Maybe if we free One Eye and then meet him back at the base, we can use him as a store. Well, Ruldrezen, or Ngofta, is our king. Poor sods, they had so much hope in that commander of theirs. I bet he was eaten by rats long ago. I'm betting there's more... Oh no, there was no more conversation there. Okay. Oh, that was the end of their conversation.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
I guess we could just
Smile.
open up
The
with some
world's
spell.
not ending just yet.
What do we
You
got?
require my
Kicking around
unbiased
for
opinion?
spells. Does she not have level 9 spells? Did we not give... She doesn't have... Oh, right, we didn't bother leveling her up. That's right, okay. Just get haste then, and just go in and do this. Quick save. I don't think this is going to be a big deal.
This way.
I want to do a Stormbolt and see if I have any that I can kill in one go.
I'll cut you wide open.
How are they going to group up now? This guy's blocking the table.
Let the attack commence.
Oh, they have haste. Okay. So they're all going to move in. Oh, Regil just got level drained.
Beg me to stop.
Almost dead. Dead. Let's blow up some stuff. Well, let's just cast Restoration on. We can't. I just realized that that would be very silly. 190 damage to that guy. Kill that one. We don't really need... Where's Darren? Nenio, Darren. Okay, so you just stay by Darren for now. You can get your restoration going. We have some Sirocos left, but I'm not going to bother with them. I was kind of hoping for more people to do that on, but here we are. Dead. That Babao is going to die. Let's just shoot the Incubus. And that guy's dead too. Okay. God, I hope we have a store somewhere.
Wherever my legs carry me.
If I were One Eye, where would I be? Is he in the kitchen? Is he dead? He might be dead. It looks like he's dead. One Eye Devil is there, and so is Yacker. Yacker is also dead. Well, that is unfortunate. So is the Tavern Keeper, also dead. Well, that ended that hope of having a store really abruptly, unless Anevia has a store. Alright, so we have to go to the study, but I'm going to go back to this place. In desperate hope that there's a store there. If there's not, then we're going to go up and talk to Hal. Talk or fight with Hal, I'm not sure.
Oh, yes, what?
There was some Vrolikai loot there that I missed. I don't know what it was, but I also don't really care. Into the temple we go. Alright, if I were a store of any sort, who would I be? The Nevia is the only named person here, and she's not talk-toable. Is Hillor here? No. No, he's not. There's nothing here. Well, okay then. I guess we're heading out back to the streets. Slightly disappointed. Very disappointed. We're gonna have so much carrying capacity problems. We have 3,000 pounds of stuff on us. We're carrying like several cartloads of items. Thanks to our demigod level dog strength.
You'll make a fine trophy.
Oh, what do we have? A Balor. Oh, we haven't fought a Balor for a while. This is also blocked off, which means we need to find another way back up. But for now, we need to kill the Balor.
Burn, slice.
Wait, where are the Incubi? There's two of them. Oh, they're down here. Well. Let's teach them a lesson. There's also a Babao down here I didn't realize. One dead. Go punch this one.
One's mine.
Can we get a decent haste on our group? If I put it like here? If she moves to here, maybe? Yeah, I think we got everyone. Cool. We missed the Balor. What do we need to hit? 49. Okay, it's not the worst. Still pretty high. Huh. What was that? Abyssal Storm. Well, we can res people, I guess. At least Nenio got haste off before she died.
May I see your entrails, please?
We have done some damage to it.
Press the attack.
Okay. It's Darren's turn. He might be able to Breath of Life someone. He's got haste on. No, definitely not. There's no way. We don't have nearly enough healing on Breath of Life. Even if we did that, it's only like 45. It's not even close. Go up there and fight this one, I guess. Go up there and fight that one. We'll use some raised deads. It'll be fine.
Let the attack commence.
Decent amount of damage. Whole bunch of misses. Perfect. Excellent. Just the way I like it. Everything missed again. Let's get a heal on everyone that's alive. Good enough. Why is Regil? Is he Dire Charm? Infectious Rage, I see. Okay, that's dead. Everyone's still alive, right? Mostly? Okay. So Regil is now Dire Charmed for a bit. 1 round per caster level, so this lasts for 2 minutes-ish. That's not a multiple of 6. We try and dispel him. Do we have greater dispel? Not on him. Okay, let's see if Camellia has a greater dispel. Kicking around. She does. And we failed to dispel everything. But more importantly, I don't think that rage is dispellable. It doesn't show up as a dispel thing. Let's get some mirror images just in case Regil becomes more annoying. We're gonna need more concealment and stuff. Alright, that's fine. You know what? We might just have to let this play itself out. We could also just kill Regil. If we knock him unconscious, it should wear off, right?
Burn! Slice! Behead!
Guess we're raising him from the dead.
Missed me already.
Alright. Good thing we have lots of diamonds. I didn't want to wait around for a minute for him to wake up. Up everyone goes.
I welcome your company.
We don't have any more diamonds, but that's actually okay because we're not going to need it for very long. Also, I don't think we can get through this door. Please tell me he's got his gear on still. Okay, good.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
It would have been very annoying had he lost all his gear. And then we just need to do Nenio and we're fine. Everything is okay, we just casually killed one of our own players. Only because he was being very annoying. We're not going to worry too much about Kyrieru.
You are my favorite aide.
At the moment, anyways. What is that? A longsword +1. What a joke. Alright, looks like we're going through this door. We probably should cast a, like, group
Stick to
heal.
pleasantries.
Alright. Up we go. Let's see what we got up here. Probably more fights. We did kill a Balor, though. That was pretty cool.
Shall we move? We shall move.
You know what we could do, actually? Did I already do? I think I might have already done this, but let me just check. Only active companions receive experience. Because we don't really care about our other companions anymore. Should have done that earlier, maybe, but that's fine. It's not going to make a difference. We will still definitely hit level 20, no matter what. Hey, it's the ziggurat. Can we go into the ziggurat? Nope. The ziggurat appears to be locked off.
This way.
What the hell? Where did those guys come from? Oh. You guys just chase demons into me. You guys are rude.
Wide open.
I'm gonna Bane Weapon this up.
No match for me.
It didn't die. Unfortunate. Merilith's turn. Who's it coming to fight? Darren. Can you 5? It doesn't matter if you 5 foot step away, you're still way too close.
May I see your entrails, please?
Almost killed that one. 5 foot step away. Let's just destruction it. See if that'll work. 42 damage. Camelia's gonna die. Instantly one hit. Do I just leave her dead?
Retreat is not an option.
We'll raise her from the dead. It's not like we're gonna be able to use diamonds later anyways. You might be like, why couldn't you use diamonds later? Because we're not gonna have any group members. So if our main character dies, the game's over. 190 damage is not bad. Abaddon took some hits. How many attacks per round does that Glabrzu have? The answer apparently is many. It's almost dead though. 31,000 experience. That is split among our group members, obviously.
Smile. The
Yeah,
world's
she's
not
definitely
ending
super
just
dead. Let's
yet.
just get her back up. Again. We're out of raised dead spells for the day. Do we have any scrolls of raised dead? I know I bought some with the other group, but I'm pretty sure I didn't with this group. But let's just see what we got. Kicking around. Where are we? Rage is there. So raised dead you would think would be around it, but I'm not seeing any raised deads. So we got none. So she's staying dead for the minute anyways. We're gonna rest at some point here and then we'll get her back up. Not a big deal. Although we kind of want her back up because I think we're encumbered. Or we're getting encumbered anyways.
Did you see that?
Greater Quicken Meta Magic
Wherever my legs
Rod.
carry me.
And Wand of Greater Invisibility. That's actually pretty nice. Should we have a quick siesta here? Yeah, it looks like we're getting into the upper thing here. Let's just do a quick rest. Camellia is dead, so... Who do we have on night watch duty? Our main character will be the first shift. Regil will have to be the second shift, and it's gonna not go well. I guess the DC's only 10. Alright, that's fine.
You're
In theory, he should be able to do this. We had a hearty meal. Alright, so... Let's grab you. Grab that, do that. I guess I used all my 5th level spells on Flame Strikes. Just cast the spell, come on. She's alive. Just make this happen. Let's not waste any more time on resurrections. Alright, good enough. Let's get going. She's not going to be around for much longer anyways. I just want to make her to be alive in case we have any upcoming big fights. Hal is here and has done a remarkable job killing everything. A familiar red-haired healer brushes some ash from his sleeve and shakes his head as he inspects a pile of charred demon corpses. They were too stubborn to retreat. Their determination could have helped them in life, but instead, it has only led to their untimely deaths. I regret having to kill them. We could try and kill Hal. But I think that we would die. Although... Should have saved before we... Did I save before we talked to him? I think we did. Did we save before we rested though? We could still try and fight him. I think we'll die. I'm pretty sure he's way more powerful than we are, although maybe not. Let's try. We'll need many buffs. Yeah, she's back to life, which means I think we should probably level up our people if we're going to fight Hal, but... Do I even really want to fight him? Alright, I decided we're going to try and do the dragon fight just to see what it's like.
This way.
Just kind of curious to see how powerful we've gotten. We might die, and if we die, we'll just move on really quickly. But for now, let's see what we can do. Let's gather up our people. Oh. Let's see if I can kill a real dragon. This is gonna suck, isn't it? Without question. Actually, it's not. We're already half killed it.
Burn. Behead.
Nice, so far. Damn, we are crushing this fight.
I'll cut you wide open.
Don't know if we're gonna win, but... Oh yeah, we just won. Okay, so it really wasn't that hard. Was kind of expecting it to be a little bit tougher, honestly. The Helmet of Devotion gives... Whenever the wearer of this helmet suffers from negative energy or fire damage, for the next 3 rounds they gain +2 morale on attacking damage rolls. Their attacks are treated as good aligned for the purpose of overcoming damage resistance, and an amulet of Mighty Fists +3. What's the helmet we're wearing? Oh right, we're wearing the Charisma Willpower one. Well, we killed the dragon pretty easily. Which leads us to the next fight, which I think is honestly tougher than this dragon. We're heavily buffed up though, so we might as well go do it. Let's try and get a sneak attack around on this demon here.
Let's have some fun.
We missed our first attack. That's fine, I guess. So the Balor Ravager has 49 armor class. We hit it a couple times. Good. I'm actually kind of surprised that that thing hit. Okay. We're still in surprise round, which is nice. We get to go first pretty much all next round as well. Do we want to try and polar ice it? It's possible. We did. It's not too shabby. It has... Something's going on with it. It's got no damage on it yet. Even though we've definitely dealt damage to it. I also leveled up our group members in preparation for that fight against the dragon, which didn't appear to be all that important.
Retreat is not an option.
May I see your entrails, please?
So apparently it does fire aura. Okay, we've done some damage to it. It definitely has taken a little bit now. Thing's got tons of health still, though. It's lost a bunch of decks. That's kind of nice. Camellia's turn now. Let's see what happens. It's gonna do things. Life Bane and Infectious Rage went off. So Kyrieru is now under enemy control. We'll move Regil over a little bit so he doesn't get hit. But otherwise I think we're fine. 31 damage to him.
They'll beg me to stop.
28 damage. It's not bad. We're gonna rotate. 5-foot step.
Me.
No, not move. 5-foot step. This way. And that was stupid. Oh, well, whatever.
Oh, let the attack commence.
He's half dead. Still half dead. A little over half dead. Kyrieru is enraged, so it's gonna do some attacks against it. Or it's gonna do something stupid like attack our other one. That's fine, I guess. What else can we do? Hellfire Ray?
You should have listened to reason.
That was not Hellfire Ray. I misclicked. I clicked on the little thingy instead.
You are today's sacrifice. Escalation is irrational.
That hurt.
Initiating.
But we can fix this problem.
I'll rip you apart.
Wendell got a pretty solid hit there.
Press the attack.
Need some protection from fire. Okay. Do we just kill Kyrieru? Yes. The answer to that is just yes. Alright, we killed this thing. Another longsword. These guys are ridiculously hard to kill. Compared to their relative loot providing, which is basically nothing. there another one over here? No, okay. Oof. Good. After fighting those two, I'm glad. Let's go into the main court. Well, let's go into the main courtyard. Nothing here. Are we just gonna go straight inside? I guess we are. Okay, into the citadel. Let's save again, because you never know. And who's in our room here? Storyteller. Okay. The storyteller turns to you calmly. Long months have passed, Commander, but even while you were away on the other plane, I could hear your brave heart beating. The sound never stopped for a second. Finian laughs. You're a lively one, Grandpa Elf. Always find yourself in the most dangerous spots, but I'm still glad to see you, although you'd be safer tucked up by a fire somewhere. How have things been these last 6 months? We spent the time serving the Queen to the best of our ability, but a week ago, after she announced her decision to proceed with the crusade, many of us came to the conclusion that we could not go with her because we did not believe you were truly dead. We humbly declined the honors offered to us and remained here to await your return. It was an easier decision for me than for others. I had encountered you in the abyss and I knew you were alive, but not everyone believed me. And then yesterday I had a vision. I was leafing through the pages that you had collected for me, and then suddenly I saw the future. Not the future clamoring to be told by the page in my hand, but your future. The future of the person who first brought me that page. In my vision, you returned from the abyss, marked by new powers that wound around you like snakes. Your voice made the earth tremble, people and demons dropped to their knees, and Iamade herself extended you a helping hand. But the only thing you were concerned with was with the whereabouts of the banner that Queen Gelfrey had taken with her. The storyteller shakes his head. I know what I saw is difficult to believe, but I'm in the habit of trusting my visions. So I hurried to the citadel to lay my hands on some of Queen Gelfrey's possessions and try and discern where she went and where your banner is now. Well, where is she? It wasn't easy. I see the Queen's future and her past, as if looking through shattered glass. Multiple visions come, one after another, distorting the picture. The Queen is in mortal danger, at the crossroads of her fate, and her every step may prove fatal. But I did not give up, and fortune smiled upon me. I touched her goblet and learned where she was leading her army. Her Majesty decided to march towards Eyes. A bold move, one worthy of a queen who is not accustomed to hiding. My, that was indeed a bold move for my dear cousin, no doubt about it. As bold as stepping into a volcano. This is utterly an anti-scientific method of acquiring information, and that's what makes it so interesting. I'll have to conduct a series of experiments involving you to establish how you react to various objects, to identify patterns in the amount of information that you receive from them. The storyteller smiles. You've already said that, in exactly those words. You even conducted your experiments. You handed me some shards to hold. Once you brought a huge club, and another time you gave me a live hedgehog. And then you said the experiment was a failure and immediately forgot all about it. Really? Well, if I decide to forget about it, it must mean I didn't learn anything of interest. I won't remember this time either. Nenio winks and looks around. So, what were we talking about? Eyes? The place sounds familiar. Can you remind me of the details? Oh, Eyes, the city that hangs over the abyss. It once was the citadel of legendary rulers, the capital of Sarkoris. But now demons are tearing it apart, making a mockery of its former glory. 2/3 of its magnificent streets and proud towers have collapsed into the world wound, but the city still holds on, just as Sarkoris holds on, defeated but refusing to die. We must leave this place. It's time for the final battle for Dresden. The storyteller nods. Yes, your arrival changed everything. After we lost Dresden, it felt as if the light of hope had left us forever. But you were just like the sword of valor. You are the banner of our victory. There is one more thing. The storyteller pauses for a while. In the shattered fragments that form her fate, I can sense your presence, and I'm convinced the Queen can sense it too. No one can say what your next encounter will lead to, but there is one thing I know for certain. Queen Gelfrey's fate and yours are tightly intertwined. Lots of demons. A huge oily Nelchny is waiting for you with arms folded. Here comes the commander, kids. So, Commander, do you like what you see? You arrived just in time to hear your friends screaming for help. They trusted you, and look what happened to them. Do you think you can rescue them? Who do you think you are? Only I have the power of life and death over these soldiers. How dare you try to steal what is mine? Such bold words, so much ambition, I might even be a little scared. And this is the great hero everyone's so afraid of? Come on, show us what you've got. You are just a jumped-up mortal insect. You are a nobody. I am the swarm, and you are food for the swarm. Power rushes through your body, almost ripping it apart. The wound in your chest bursts open in a spray of bloody droplets. The might bestowed upon you in the abyss, and Arilu Vorlesh erupts into this world, and you pay for it in the purest agony. You are overwhelmed by hunger, as well as hatred towards the food that dares to refuse to satiate or satisfy that hunger. There is more hunger and hatred in you than one mortal soul can contain. For these feelings do not belong to you alone. Countless tiny wings stir into motion all over Dresden as the swarm flies to its master's aid. This is disgusting. Have you truly decided to turn to such a heinous thing? If it's true, you can say goodbye to me, and to the rest of our party, I imagine. Do you honestly plan to replace your army with a swarm of insects? Well, good luck with that, but you'll have to do it without my help. So much power. But this is going too far, even for me. Sorry, Master, but I refuse to serve the swarm. Risking my life by your side every day is one thing, but wondering when you'll decide to devour me is another thing entirely. I'll be surprised if anyone decides to stay with you. I must inform you that I find everything that's happening absolutely unacceptable. If you plan to become a greater threat than the current rulers of the World Wound, then I will become your enemy. I predict that our whole party will support me in that. You don't hear anyone. The swarm descends upon the battlefield and the feast begins. Myriad mandibles burrow into living flesh, making no distinction between demon and mortal, friend or foe. Well, some of them got eaten, and we're all just kind of standing around. Oh, there they are. Is that Iomade? Oh, shit. Am I in trouble? I might be in trouble. That's clearly Iomade. An incredible silence suddenly descends over the city. It's broken by the solemn sound of fanfares that seem to come from far away, everywhere and nowhere all at once. All eyes are turned to the huge stained glass window of the city's main cathedral. It begins to glow with a soft light, and in the next breath a lone figure steps out of the glass onto the cobblestones of Dresden.
Knight Commander, at last we meet.
There is no mistaking her, Iomade, the goddess who has deigned to descend to the world of mortals. Your companions shield their faces, unable to withstand her radiance. The surviving demons quiver, the townsfolk fall to their knees, but the deity's eyes are on you, and you alone. Why have you come here? Know this, I do not recognize your authority, and I will not bow down before any deity.
On any other occasion, I would punish you for such disrespect, but that is not why I have come here today. I suppose you are asking yourself why I am here. Gods must not interfere directly in the affairs of mortals. But what is happening here, in the World Wound, is no longer the concern of mortals alone. And this is proof. This fortress has witnessed so many horrors and miracles. It makes me wonder how it still stands.
For a moment, the goddess diverts her eyes from your face and looks out over Dresden, surveying the chaos caused by the recent battle and the manifestation of your power.
You gain more and more frightening abilities. Death is your loyal servant, and darkness your constant companion. You have chosen a path that is unspeakably vile. One that would make even demons shudder. Perhaps this blasphemous power will help you defeat the Abyss. But at what cost? Do you really wish to become an enemy to everything that lives? But I did not come here to reproach you, or to bewail the fate of the unfortunate defenders of Dresden. I wish to stop the forces of evil and defend Golarion, both from Daskari's violent rage and from Nocticula's insidiousness. But that is not my only goal. I have come here to restore justice, for justice is the birthright of all. That's why I hail you as a hero who has triumphed over the demons many times. At the same time, I grieve for you, as for a soul that has succumbed to the influence of the Abyss and been poisoned by its evil.
Maybe I did acquire powers from a dubious source, but I follow my own path.
You may think so, but alas, this is not true. It can be, however, if you accept my help. In that moment, When my poor herald was being torn apart by monsters, he found the strength to send me a message about what he had learned in the Abyss. You were in Illusionera, where you spoke with the Lady in Shadow and the Architect of the World Wound. They confessed what they had done to you, but they did not reveal the whole truth. Both you and this unfortunate world will have to pay dearly for the power that they so generously bestowed upon you. But all is not yet lost. That is why I have come.
The walls of Dresden shake again, and with a ringing laugh, a black shadow appears before the shining goddess, Nocticula in the flesh. Standing beside her is Aurilu Vorlash, who stares at the goddess with ice-cold rage in her eyes.
Who here has been taking my name in vain? Ah, it's you, the Inheritor. What's this? Our worst fears have come to pass. The gods are flocking to Golarion. This merry little tinderbox could ignite at any moment, reducing the material plane to dust.
The succubus makes Iomede's title sound like an elegant insult.
I did not come here to fight.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you were good for anything else. Forgive me, that was unfair of me. Judging by your successes over the last 100 years, fighting is not your forte. After all, the wound is still there, as far as I know. So why are you here? If you have come to meddle in my affairs, don't expect me simply to stand aside.
I'm ready to hear what you want to tell me.
Do you hear me, Nocticula? You and your servant are under no obligation to leave. I have come here to shed the light of truth. Let us see if you both can withstand its merciless radiance. I cannot change the flow of mortal history by force. After all, the World Wound is their doing, although committed at the behest of the Abyss. But sometimes force is unnecessary, and truthful words are all it takes.
The goddess who was mortal not so long ago is eager to judge us for our sins now. My sin, to be precise. What lies behind your eagerness, proud Iomade? Righteous wrath? Or perhaps fear? Watch out. A simple mortal woman has learned how to grant powers to others. Powers which are beyond the wildest dreams of many Imperial lords. This must be stopped, forbidden, taken away immediately. After all, what need will we have for all these arrogant gods once we become their equals?
Aurilu smiles coldly.
Silence. It's impolite to interrupt your elders. But you know, Inheritor, she does have a point. What are you going to do now? Break my weapon, which has made so many victories possible, and only because he received that weapon from my profane hands, and the entire affair must therefore be profane also? What real reasons do you have? Save those born of your envy, your capriciousness, and your suspicions?
Nocticula's cold gaze makes Aurilu press her lips into a thin line.
My reasons are quite real, as you well know. That is why you appeared here in such haste, is it not? You have woven a delicate lace of half-truths, Nocticula. From you and your servant, the Knight Commander has learned that he is bound to the World Wound, that he is slowly dying because of its influence, and that he is yet capable of closing it. But you withheld a crucial piece of information. You never told him that closing the wound won't save him from death. For this lock will destroy the key to which it is bound. The one who closes the World Wound will die along with it.
Fury rings in the voice of the goddess.
That is true. I tried to tell you back in Illusionera, but I was not allowed to. It is an unavoidable consequence of this process. To stitch two planes together as I have stitched Golarion and the Abyss, the soul of a mortal must be woven with the essence of the Abyss. To undo this seam, the original soul, the key, must be ripped apart. No one could survive such a process.
Arilu's voice sounds almost indifferent. She doesn't look at the furious goddess, her eyes are glued to you. What if I reject this power?
You will live.
You will lose everything that makes life worth living.
You will spoil a brilliant endeavor and destroy the lives of thousands of mortals who will be devoured by the legions of demons coming from the abyss. Aside from that, you won't do anything extraordinary at all.
Well, now I'm finally starting to understand the rules of the game.
Yes. The power that Nahindrian crystals grant you will bring about nothing but your own demise. The branches of the Tree of Sin are vast and verdant, but its only fruit is death. You will not be able to save yourself unless you reject everything that has been foisted upon you. Now you know everything.
No, we're not quite finished with the revelations yet. Few secrets remain to be revealed, but they will be worth the wait.
Arilu's voice rings with surprising, somewhat feral delight.
Does this look familiar? Do you remember the similar wound above your own heart? I have given you enough hints. Come on, ask me the question I have been waiting for.
With a flick of the witch's wrist, something changes in her as if a veil has fallen. One so thin that it was almost invisible, but would have clouded your vision nonetheless. Now you can see what was hidden before, a deep open wound above Arilu's heart. The wound pulsates as blood drips from it. I received my wound because you, Arilu, planted the essence of the abyss in my soul when you expanded the world wound. My question is, why do you have a similar wound? Could it be because you used your own soul as a key when you first opened the world wound?
That's right. And this means that the world wound actually has two keys.
A smile dawns on Arilu's face, approving and triumphant.
Good question. Just imagine. I have wasted so much time chasing the key to the world wound, and the key was right under my nose this whole time. Arilu, my love, come over here.
Nocticula looks at Arilu with fresh eyes, predatory curiosity written on her face. Arilu does not look like someone who has been cornered. Without a trace of fear, she gives you a faint nod and then makes a barely discernible gesture with her hand. She disappears, as if she were never even here.
Wait! I said wait! That little bitch. I knew she would betray me sooner or later, but I never expected such an idiotic stunt. But everything seems to be falling into place quite nicely. You see, you don't have to die after all. Arilu opened the world wound, and Arilu will be the one who closes it, whether she likes it or not. Although, someone will need to catch her first, and this will require certain powers.
Arilu Vorlesh will pay for her crimes with her life. Her flight confirms that our suppositions were correct. But now we know that the world wound can be sealed with her blood. You have no reasons to remain indebted to the Abyss and indulge the Queen of the Succubi. Reject her gift, and secure your victory while being the person you were before Arilu Vorlesh corrupted you. Win as a mortal, and become a legend among mortals.
She's talking rubbish. True, we gave you the power, but it was you who chose how to wield it. It belongs to you, and it will remain yours, so you can do whatever you want with it. But first, you must use it to close the world wound. You aren't going to catch this world's most powerful witch, and a half-demon one at that, with your bare hands, are you?
Both the goddess and the demon lord stare at you expectantly. I made my decision. I already know what I'm gonna do.
I am waiting for your answer. I hope you will choose wisely.
Quite right. Make your choice, and make it the right one.
The swarm that walks. Oh yeah, this is happening now. Alright, we need to repick our abilities and actually no, we're at level 8. Okay, so we need to pick an ability, I should say. What do we want to do? Improved critical? I mean, that's pretty good. I think that's... Oh, maybe flawless attacks as well. The iterative penalty decrease is also really nice. In fact, I think I will take flawless attacks. and we get a bunch of swarm things. So we have swarm form. You return all the swarm to your body, gaining DR 5 plus your swarm size, and a bonus natural armor 4 plus your swarm size. We have swarm infest, which deals 8d8 physical damage each round, and it increases by 2d8 for each point of your swarm size. If the target dies while under the effect, it's automatically devoured. We have devour, which we can devour a corpse to increase the size of our swarm. Swarm clone, we can make extra versions of ourselves. We get 1 clone at 8 mythic rank, 2 clones at 9 mythic rank, and 5 clones at 10 mythic rank. So we can have a full group of us. It's going to be pretty cool. Host of the Great Swarm, we get fast healing and additional hit points depending on the size of your swarm. And we chose flawless attacks as well. The choice is made. All you have to do is announce it to everyone. I hate both of you. I hate everyone. Everyone. Your voice buzzes like the wings of myriad insects. The world breaks into pieces, reflecting in the countless facets of countless eyes that stare at you from everywhere. The goddess and the demon lord stand before you. They are so different, but now the expression in their eyes is the same. Revulsion tinged with horror.
It appears Lady Aurelu's experiment has taken an unexpected turn. How thrilling. How fascinating. Huh? Why is everyone getting ready to flee?
Ugh, how repulsive.
You accepted a gift of power from the Abyss, but you have eclipsed your benefactors in unholiness.
You are ready to answer, but your lips are paralyzed. Your entire body freezes, and the swarm, so obedient a moment ago, starts scurrying around mindlessly back and forth. An alien will shackles you, indestructible, inhuman, terrifying will. A huge shadow towers over you, and you can tell who it is before you hear it speak.
Despicable Iomade and you, deplorable queen of the Midnight Isles. You wanted to turn this mortal into a weapon against me. A pathetic ploy. Now he is similar to me, and will serve me before he joins my swarm.
That will never happen.
Iomade's eyes flash with blinding light, and a moment later a pillar of fire strikes you. You feel your skin sizzling and charring, your eyes boiling and bulging, your muscles reducing to ash. This unbearable torment lasts much longer than the body of a common mortal could handle, but in the end you finally plunge into the merciful darkness of oblivion. A mirror image. The light is gone, and so's the pain. After all, you don't have the ability to feel pain. You no longer have a body, and yet you are still here. Your blind rage binds you to this place. A deep, abiding hatred for demons, deities, mortals. A hatred for everyone and everything. You hear the distant sound of voices somewhere beyond the veil of darkness that obscures your vision. My friend turned out to be a monster. I guess I'm done with the Crusades. He was so kind, but he also did so many evil things. It's a pity he died before he had a chance to repent, but I guess it's good that the goddess did not allow him to be turned into a walking swarm. So many innocent people would have died if she hadn't intervened. So the leader of the Crusade turned out to be the traitor. This outcome is unfortunate, but it's not unexpected. I've also suspected sometime that it would take direct intervention to save the Mendevian army. My commanders will want to hear a detailed report of this fiasco. Praise the goddess for punishing the traitor, and shame on all of us for not realizing that his soul was rotten to the core. But the crusade will continue without the commander, who's with me. Rest in peace, Commander. It's a pity that your life ended in such a horrible, inglorious manner. You gave us hope, and then you betrayed us. Farewell. I hope this is not the end of the crusade. There must be some who are fighting for the cause, and they could probably use a cleric. No, that's how you go with a bang. It took the intervention of a goddess to kill the commander. You have to admit, that's pretty impressive. Farewell, Eltimar, you magnificent scoundrel. When I return to Mendev, I shall find the best bard and pay them to compose a ballad about your meteoric rise and tragic downfall. Yeah, that was something. A snap of the fingers and he turned into a pile of ash, but I better get out of here while I still can. I don't want to become brunch for a bunch of bugs. This miserable pile of ashes used to be my master, but I better go find myself someone else to follow, someone stronger and smarter. Right, well my contract is officially at an end. I wonder why I've been so unlucky with my employers lately. Hope the next one won't try and eat me alive at least. What a pity the experiment of the great Aurelu Vorlesh had to end this way. Well, farewell then, boy. You were not a bad follower, but I'm not going to stay here anymore. So that's it then, an empty city, locusts everywhere, and a pile of ashes in the middle of it all. I never thought the crusade would end like this, but if the goddess hadn't intervened, things would have gotten a lot worse. Well, it's time to get to work. Dresden is buried beneath a layer of ash, dust, and rotting corpses. Somebody needs to clean up the city before the queen returns. In the silence that follows, you hear a loud rasping laugh. Killed, cursed, and abandoned by everyone. So this is how the similar one meets his end. In dust and disgrace? Are you Discari? Mortals call me by that name. They praise and curse me. They will die with my name on their lips. What's happening to me? Death. But for the swarm, this word has another meaning. The swarm can survive a great deal, even the death of its master. A similar one prepared for this when he altered his body by following the teachings of another similar one. He does not yet know how to come back, but he will soon learn. What have you done to me? You hear the rasping laughter once again. This insolent little mortal tried to become like the great Discari. He succeeded, and that's commendable. But does this mortal understand the nature of the swarm? Does he know how to control it? Does he know its strengths and weaknesses? Can this mortal understand the great truth of the swarm? No, his existence is too brief, too fleeting for him to grasp such a profound truth. The similar one knew that he had to devour the Vescovor queen and subjugate its swarm. But there is danger in every feast. Sometimes the devourer digests food, and sometimes the food poisons the devourer. The locusts of the great Discari were hidden within the swarm that the similar one subjugated to his will, and one locust, small but strong, found its way inside the body of the similar one. As long as the locust remains secure in his hiding place, the similar one will not be free from Discari's will, until such a time as Discari decides to devour him. I'll be back. I'll devour everyone who betrayed me, then I'll devour you and your kingdom, and then I'll consume all of Golarion. Your previous ebbing hatred now fills your being once more. It becomes thicker and denser until you feel your flesh again. Flesh that has been reduced to ashes, scattered all throughout Dresden. Flesh that trembles on the wings of the swarm that is enthralled to you. Your will, your hatred, your hunger will not allow you to simply disappear. Your will, your hatred, your hunger will bring you back. With your will, you will subjugate. With your hatred, you'll wreak vengeance. With your hunger, you will devour. Good, very good. Will the similar one be reborn? I will follow his progress. The insects swarm towards the place of your death. They gather together in a tight group until they look like a mass of dark, buzzing flesh. You cannot control the swarm well enough to become like Xanthir Vang. Your mind is not prepared to reject the physical form to which you are accustomed. That will come in time. For now, however, you'll inhabit a body made of insects. This insectile body bears a passing resemblance to your previous form, and after a moment it opens its eyes. What the? Commander? Anevia is clearing away some of the rubble and debris. She stares at you in horror, frozen in shock. I am still the commander, and Dresden is still my city. I'm returning to the citadel. Report to me there in half an hour. Anevia stares at your new body in disgust. Finally, she salutes. Yes, commander. Frightened by the creature the commander has become, the generals of the crusade have stirred the remnants of Dresden's garrison to revolt. They left the city and intend to fight the swarm in the field. The fools believe they stand a chance of winning in such conditions. Anevia just joined? Oh, did the game just crash? Maybe? It's hard to tell. No, it's fine. I think. Yeah, we're good. 2 days have passed. This video is much longer than I anticipated it being, but there's a lot that happens with the swarm, apparently. There are still stores here, and they are not dead. I'm actually surprised the ziggurat is still standing, to be honest. Anevia approaches, looking warily at you. Fear and revulsion are written on her face. You won. Now the city is yours. Only yours. Are you afraid of me, Anevia? Anevia clenches her teeth. No, I'm not afraid of you. Is the army loyal to me? Army? What army? Everyone's abandoned you. Keep calling yourself commander if you want, but the only followers you have left are your insects. The city is mine, but the war is not yet won. I must plan our next moves. Whatever you say. Where do you want to start? An entire army of demons enhanced by Nahindrian crystals was being sent here. It's being led by a demon named Mutasafin. Do you know anything about that? Scouts reported the movements of a large demon army far to the southwest of Dresden. They were marching across a dried-out lake. There used to be a Sarkorian holy place there, I heard, but where they went, nobody knows. They're not headed for us, that's for sure, at least not yet. As you just heard, I have to catch Arilu. Any idea where I should look for her? Not especially. She's been roaming the abyss all this time, but now that avenue's closed to her. Nocticulae and the other demon lords are all slavering for a piece of her. I think she's somewhere around here, in the wound. Some nasty little place like eyes, or maybe she went as far as Threshold. How do you feel after seeing the goddess in the flesh? My ears are still ringing from those trumpets. After witnessing that sight, I don't think I could be surprised by anything ever again. What's the situation at the front? Unknown. Her Majesty mustered all the troops she could and raised the sword of valor and advanced on the demons. There's been no word from her since she left. Perhaps she's boldly taking eyes even now. Maybe her bones have already been picked clean by the demons. We don't know. I doubt anyone except you will be able to find out. But that's not all. Baphomet's minions keep taking swipes at us. The scumbags are holed up somewhere. The Ivory Labyrinth, I'd bet. And they keep opening portals in different spots, dropping off a dozen units and then closing the portal before we can get to them. We lost more scouts than I care to admit before we found out how they were pulling that little trick. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe you can get inside one of those portals next time. You could be ready for them somehow, so that when one opens, you can get inside and crack some skulls. They might even be holding the poor Herald in there. If he's alive, you can free him. After falling silent for a moment, Nevi adds, but before you go rush off busting demons, it wouldn't be a bad idea to clean things up here. A few bodies were found near the ziggurat. They've been gnawed to the bone. The undead have kind of been running riot in your absence. You need to go and see what's going on over there. Thank you. I'll be setting off without delay. Commander, you don't need me to tell you there are loads of folks in your army, those that haven't fled or been eaten by insects who fear and despise you. Despite all that, even the people who call you an unholy abomination understand one thing. You are our only chance of victory. The last thing standing between us and the abyssal hordes. They're all assembling here in the Dresden you corrupted. They're gonna fight on your side, even if they're planning to turn their blades against you as soon as you close the world wound. When you're ready to head off to the final battle, come back here. Your army will be waiting. Oh man, we're never gonna get... You do not recognize the people who have entered the hall, and they do not wear any insignias that would identify them, but from their appearance you know that they must be cultists of Discari. They have battered armor, dirty clothes, and their mutilated bodies are infested by squirming insects. Their crazed expressions, trembling lips, and drooling mouths lead no doubt as to their identity. There's an insane light in their eyes, and they fall on their knees and raise their hands towards you. Our Lord! Praise be to the true Lord of the Swarm. May our Lord devour everyone and everything. May the false idol be brought low. May our Lord reign over the plains. We are here to swear truth, our loyalty to you, and to bring good tidings. Wise Anamora, who once served as the false idol, she has seen the truth. She has heard your call and recognizes your authority. She serves you now, our Lord. She has joined your swarm, and she wishes to pay her respects to you in person. Who is Anamora? Her kin live underground and worship false deities. She came to the surface when she heard the call of the swarm, but she was led astray by the false idol. Anamora is a wise seer. She hears the song of the swarm and understands its nature. In her mystic trances, she learns terrible, merciless truths that eat away at her mind like 1,000 biting mandibles. Priests are the worst kind of mortal. They try to curry favor from their deity because they hope that that deity will grant them power. Then they convince themselves that this power might rightfully belong to them, and only begin to scheme to take their patron's place. Anamora acted like she was loyal to me, but she was loyal only to herself. Her betrayal comes as no surprise. Her loyalty to the similar one will be exactly the same. If this Anamora is so eager to sing my praises, why hasn't she come here in person? She's afraid, my lord. She has provoked this false idol's wrath, and he seeks revenge. She is only a mortal, so she has no choice but to hide from him. His servants are already searching for her, and if they find her, they will destroy her. We know she's hiding somewhere near the sacred walls of Eyes, the city of locusts. If you go there, she'll reveal herself to you. What are Discari's servants doing in my fortress? No, my lord, we don't serve the false idol anymore. We curse his name. When we discovered the truth, some of us bit off our tongues as a punishment for foolishly praying to this pathetic pretender. A cultist who has been silent up till now nods enthusiastically. He opens his mouth wide, and among his rotting teeth you see the bleeding stump of his tongue. Curse the false idol and the pathetic swarm. May that foul name never again defile my lips. The cultist spits on the ground in disgust. The song of your locusts revealed the truth to us. You are the only true lord of the swarm. You will devour all the worlds. You are the only one who we will worship. What a pointless, pathetic betrayal. These mortals were once part of the swarm, now they will be food for the swarm, and become part of it once again. In the end, nothing has changed. I like how the echo of Discari is talking to us. Who are you? We are no one, my lord. We are no one, but we are part of that which will devour everything. The cultist stares at you reverently with his one good eye. His other eye socket oozes foul-smelling pus and has a fat, squirming locust inside. We abandoned our names when we became part of the swarm. We are its soldiers, its grasping claws, its biting mandibles. Your claws and mandibles, O great one. We were blind when we fought for the weak swarm of the false idol. May his name be forgotten. Now we see the truth. You are the true swarm, and only you are worthy of worship. The cultist prostrates himself before you, and his forehead leaves a smear of blood and pus on the ground. Does the similar one wish to be worshipped? Does he feel pleased when mortals kneel before him and praise him? If he does, he misunderstands what it means to be the swarm. Only a mortal is dependent on the opinions of other mortals. One more word and I will devour you. Oh yes. The cultist prostrates himself before you. This is my one and only desire, my lord. Devour me. Make me part of yourself. Life feeds life. Swarm devours swarm. These devoured will be resurrected as devourers themselves. Do it, my lord, I beg of you. We will be resurrected as locusts, and we will join the song of the swarm. Others will flock here, drawn by the smell of our blood and the sound of our wings. Your swarm will gather around you. They will fly to you from everywhere. Alright, So you wish to be devoured? Very well. I'll grant your wish. What a glorious day. May the swarm devour me whole. Glory to the Lord of the Swarm. The cultists continue to offer up words of devotion as the swarm consumes his flesh. He rasps out your praises until the insects devour his face and he no longer has the ability to speak. Those who abandoned me will return to me. Those who became food for the similar one will become my food after I devour the similar one. Nothing has changed. Well, okay then. That's a interesting... Oh, there's more people. Man, we're never going to get to save. Did you summon me, Master? The cultist's cloudy eyes stare at you with infinite adoration. Odd, you don't recall calling for anyone. Who are you? Nobody, O magnificent one. Just a tiny insect in your glorious swarm. The swarm serves the swarm. The swarm devours the swarm. The swarm begets the swarm. The cultist's reply dissolves into an incoherent mumbling. I didn't summon you. Not with words, no, but you were thinking of us, your loyal swarm. You wish to discuss something with someone capable of speech. You have been plagued by troubling thoughts. It seems you used your power over the swarm to summon someone without even realizing it. How very mortal of you. Once the similar one truly embraces his swarm, he will no longer need to speak it to it in words. What did I want to discuss? More servants of the false idol are starting to see the light one after another. We leave his swarm and join yours. How do you wish to make use of us? Will you leave us as we came to you, miserable pieces of mortal flesh, ready to fight and die in your name, or will you grant us bliss by making us food for your beautiful children? I've made a decision. I will feed the cultists and insects. Discari's heart rejoices when another mindless mortal becomes food for the tiny swarming perfection. Such is the fate awaiting each of them, sooner for some, later for others. Oh happiness, oh joy, which insects exactly? So we can get Vescivores. Vescivores they have tons of life. We get 250 of them, they have 174 life each and 21 armor class, and they deal a decent amount of damage. Locusts are 850, they have far less life, and they deal way less damage. But there's so many more of them. And spiders are horrifying, but let's take a look at them anyways. Lots of life, decent attacks, damage reduction, and chaos hammer. I think I'm going to be spiders. That sounds amazing. May the Lord's will be done. You need not give the order. We will obey your thoughts and gladly march to the mouths of your children. And yet another person. Lathamus, a pale, ghostly image appears in front of you. You recognize Lathamus the Antiquarian, the scholar you helped some time ago. His translucent form flickers intermittently, and you have difficulty making out his words. Commander, it's Thimus. Won't be made to spell for long. Open the door, treasure room. Please hurry. I'm on my way. I will be hurt. The vision of Lathamus flickers and fades. That's the demon guy, the Dragon Burial Ground guy. Melessa, Commander, you look up and see Melessa, the green-eyed fisherwoman from the village of Chilly Creek. Her hair's a mess and her face and clothes are covered in soot. It looks as though she traveled here in a hurry and met with a few dangers along the way. Help, please help me. He's gone crazy. He will kill him. What happened? Do you remember Jernok, the cleric who came to our village a year ago? The locals weren't very welcoming to him back then. After all, he was a stranger who was preaching about a strange new god, but little by little he became one of us. He went fishing alongside us, and he told people stories about the crusade. He told us about meeting you and seeing the queen, and the songs he used to sing. They just made you want to stop and listen. Well, eventually, the fisherwoman looks down, we became very close. We started to plan a wedding. My brother didn't seem to mind at first, but after we got married, well, that's when he lost it. He became violent. He threatened to hurt us. I tried to talk to him, but she shakes her head sadly. We even thought about leaving the village, but when my brother found out, he lost his mind completely. Markle is strong, and no one in the village dares challenge him. It's a miracle that I managed to escape, but my husband is still there. He didn't make it out of the village, and I don't know what's happened to him. Help us, please. Alright, I'll help you. Thank you. I'll head back to the village. I'll do my best to keep him from flying into a rage, but please hurry. I'm afraid you might do something terrible. Alright, we're finally done. That was a lot of things to deal with. Alright, so we do keep our dog, so that's nice. We are carrying 3,700 pounds of stuff, which is a lot of stuff. We are the swarm, so how do we use our new abilities? Let's find out. Okay, so we have... Okay, this is our swarm size right here. Must be 0 out of 0. We can devour people, which we can't because we have nothing around to devour. We can infest people. We can make a clone of ourselves. But we need the swarm size 1 for that. Okay, fair enough. We're already automatically in swarm form, apparently. So that's good, I guess. And yeah, that's pretty exciting. That's where we're at. We're now chaotic evil, by the way. We have really rapidly jumped over to Chaotic Evil. Luckily, we don't need any more monk levels because we can't get any more because now we are very much the evilest thing in the world. I'm just going to take a quick glance at Crusade Affairs and then we'll call it a video. I'm just kind of seeing what we're at. Apparently we can't even do that. It's not letting me. I have to go. Maybe we can't do that yet. Or maybe we just can't do that in general? Anyways, I guess we'll leave that here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, in the next video, we'll continue on our way, and we will bring the swarm to Golarion. Take care, guys. See you next time.